Hey YouTube, it's your girl Bella. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel and happen to stumble by, I'm your girl Bella. And I would totally love if you hit on that subscribe button down below and click on the little bell so you can be notified for all my new videos. Okay guys, I'm looking down because I'm reading. As you can tell by the title of the video, I am doing this collab. It's called the Soups and Stews Comfort Food for Fall, and it's hosted by This and That with Denise Jordan, her friend Simply Tashi, and Live, Laugh, Love, Pray. I don't know the other ladies, but I do know Miss Jordan. So hey, Denise. Okay, guys. Today I am gonna show you. Okay, first of all, let me just say my appearance. There's no makeup, just a little bit of eyeliner and mascara. I was at work all day, so I just got home and I really wanted to do this for you guys. So I am gonna show you my grandmother's soup. This soup is a old family recipe. It is Greek. In Greek, we call grandma Yaya. So that's my Yaya. I love her to death. My Yaya was the best woman on the planet. And that's why I want to share this. Now, she claimed that this cured a cold. I agree with her. It does cure a cold. And as you can all tell, like my voice is still not back to normal. So that's why we're making this today. It is a lemon-based chicken soup. I'm going to turn the camera on. I'm going to show you how you make it. But first, before saying that, I'm going to tell you that just a little bit of background about the soup. Typically, you would use an entire chicken, but I didn't have an entire chicken on hand. So you can substitute it for, I'm using four quarters, like 4 leg quarters. You need the bone. You need the bone. That's how you make the broth. So I'm looking down because I'm already started. And don't mind the mess in my kitchen because I just got home from work and nobody cleans around here except for me. So as I'm going to cook, I am going to clean. Anyways, I'm going to turn the camera on and show you how we make it. I will leave the entire recipe down below. But now keep in mind that an old Greek woman taught me how to make this. So there's no real like measuring. It's all eyeballs. Like you eyeball it, and I'll explain as we go so you can kind of understand. But I'll try and leave as detailed recipe down below as possible. Okay, so let me turn the camera on. Okay, guys, step 1. See, I got a 5-quart pot here, and it's a pretty big pot. And what you need to do is when your chicken is boiling. You know this bit on top here, this like brown bit? My grandmother called this broth. That's what you would translate it to in English. You need to take this bit off. So that's how you do that there. I don't know if you could see it in my camera, maybe not picking it up properly. But anyways, you take the froth off. In my language, we call this a thru. So you take this off and... yeah, and you got to make sure that it's... So the chicken legs are boiling in here. You can see them in here. And you need to take this yucky bit off. So like that. So you take that off. Can you see it? Yeah, there you go. See that bit? You need to take that bit off. So you just boil it. It's just water. You just fill the it's a 5-quart pot, and you fill it with about half water. And then your chicken. Okay guys, so step 1, you take 2 little onions or 1 giant one. I didn't have a giant one, so I had 2 little ones. And you just put the onions in the water like that, whole. And then you take the leaves of the celery. This is really important. You need the leaves of the celery. I've already cleaned and cut the celery, but you put the leaves in like this. I cut them really, really small. I'm going to show you that right now. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so you see here, I'm just cut better, I guess, right? Anyways, you just chop off the leaves really, really small like that. Like you just chop them tiny and you put them in there. So you need the leaves. I don't know why you need the leaves, but you need the leaves of the celery. It's really important That's what she told me, and that's how I do it. That's how we do it because my grandmother, this is how she wanted it done. So I know you could tell. Oh my God, my house is like a disaster. Anyway, so this is what you do. You cut them really small pieces, and then you have the onion in there and the leaves. Okay, so that's step one. Okay, then you need celery, carrots. I've peeled and clean, washed these. I don't know why I wash them, but I always wash them. Like I peel and wash the um, carrots. So you basically, you need to cut the celery and the carrots really, really small. So I'm just showing you here just for video purposes. You need to cut them really thin like that. Okay, and also the carrots, I slice them like this way to cut them. But let me show you how small you need to cut these also. You need to just cut them like, I don't know what you would call this, like this thin. Like that's how thin you need to cut them. Okay, so then once you cut all your carrots and celery, you do that, and then you're gonna put them in the water, but not yet. I'll show you when you do that. Okay, guys, so you can see that the chicken, the water's boiled down quite a bit, and at this point, you need to take out the chicken, and it's really soft. It's coming off the bone, and the onions. So you take that out. It's really simple, so I'm gonna take that out. For video purposes, I'm just gonna show the other things. So here I have, like, I don't know what this would be, like half a cup, maybe a cup, maybe 3/4 of a cup of celery and 3/4 of a cup of carrots. And then I just got potatoes, and I peeled them, and I'm just gonna cube them. But after you take the chicken out and the onion, you put the celery and the carrots in, and you let that boil till they get really tender, and then you put the potatoes in just after that. So let me just take this out, and I'll show you how I do it. You just get the bits of chicken. If you see like that, like there's like bits of floating chicken, you kind of get that out, and big pieces of the onion, you get that out. Okay, then you put your celery and carrots in, just like that. And the water, like you got a good base now for chicken soup. Oh, to mention, I also added a little bit of salt. Let me get the salt and I'll show you what I added. I added this here. It's iodinized sea salt. This one's from Greece, actually. It's called Collab, and it's imported from Greece. I don't know why I use Greek salt. I mean, there's sea salt everywhere. It's just habit. My grandmother taught me like this, so I do it like this. And then just a big pinch of pepper, and I put it in the water while it was boiling. So now you can see it's all the way down, and it stopped boiling. It's gonna boil again. I'm gonna cube these, and I'm gonna throw these in, and and then I'll show you the rest. Okay, add your potatoes now. So you cube your potatoes, add the potatoes in. How many potatoes you use is to your discretion. So some people like to use 2 or 3 big potatoes. I had like a big one and a couple of small ones. So that's what I did. I would say like, I don't know, what did I use? I don't know. It should look like this. Let me bring this in closer so you can see. So when you pick it up, it should look like that. So how would you describe this? I mean, this is old grandmother cooking. So I don't know. Let's say a cup, maybe a cup and a half of potatoes. Anyways, so now this is boiling. This is where the old Greek grandma stuff comes in. Let me show you this. Okay, get the best extra virgin olive oil you can get, okay? The best one, the richest olive oil you can find. I'm using this one here. It's called Saporito, and it's from Spain. Spain's got really good olive oils. It's 100% pure. This is how my grandmother measured and showed me how to measure. You need olive oil for this soup. So basically, you run a bead around. A round and a half. A round and a half. That's how she explained it. I know, this is crazy, but this is how you do it. Now you can kind of taste your water. You want to make sure that it has enough salt and it tastes chickeny enough. Mine actually does. It's really chickeny today. Surprising. So usually here, what I would do is I would either add a little bit more water because I want it to come up a little bit more, because you still got to put the pasta in and the chicken, which what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to do it, and I'll show you. So the chicken, you boiled it with the skin on and the bones. So you got to take the meat off the bones and discard the skin of the chicken and then shred the chicken. I'm going to do that off camera, so I'm not going to do it right now. And then you're going to put it back in the water, like all the chicken back in the water. So I am going to fill this up with more water, and I might use a box or half a box of stock, chicken stock that I have on hand, just to make it like really heavy flavored. So yeah, so we're almost done. Okay, so let me show you this. This is what we use. Now, I don't know what you call this. This is baby pasta. Here, I want to show it to you. See that there? See this tiny little pasta? You can buy it in rounds. When I was a little girl, she used to buy it in little stars, and she would call it stellini. So, or little star pasta, or the little round pasta. So that's what it looks like. Now, how much of this do you put? You see this here? This is a Greek coffee cup. They're tiny. There's my hand. There's how big the coffee cup is. You put, for every person, you put one of these. So for something this big, I would say you're gonna need 3 or 4 of these. I'm gonna measure this out so I can show you proper measurements. Okay, give me 5 seconds. Okay, guys, it measures up to about a 1/4 cup of pasta. Baby pasta. You can use orzo. You can use rice. You can use like little noodles or whatever you want. Anyways, for video purpose, I've already shredded all this. So here's the chicken shredded. I'm gonna put it in here. I used 3 legs of the chicken. I thought that was more than enough. So that's in there. And I did add the water. And then I'm just waiting for it to come up to a boil. Now, the very, very last thing you need to do, let me show you what it should look like. So you should have bits of meat and like veggies in your like spoonful, like this. Hold on, let me bring this closer so you can see. How hot, like that. So that's what it should look like on like a big wooden spoon or whatever. I just do it like this. Now's the time to taste your soup. It should have a good enough consistency of chicken. It should taste salty enough, and it should have enough pepper. If you want to add more pepper, add it now. You want to add more salt, you add it now, because that is it, pretty much, seasoning wise. Now, my grandmother used to add a little bit of oregano. I don't, just a pinch, guys. Honestly, just a pinch. Let me show you what I mean by that. Okay, so this here is Greek oregano, obviously, duh. It's from back home. It's from, I don't know where you can buy. I mean, you can buy Mexican oregano, works really good too. So you take a pinch, like that much, and you kind of just add it to the top. Oh my God. If you've ever like been around oregano, you would know. Okay, maybe a little more than a pinch. I don't know. Listen, this is all by eye. Like coat the top of the pot a little bit. And then just kind of stir it in, and it'll all incorporate. You should smell it, and you should see that you have enough oregano in there. So guys, this soup is really, really basic. It's carrots, celery, chicken, olive oil, salt and pepper, a tiny little bit of oregano, and the little pasta. or rice or noodles or whatever you want. And then lemons, 5 whole lemons. Okay, for video purpose, I've already cut open a lemon. I'm just gonna show you how I do it because my mother laughs at me when I do this. So let me move the camera over so you can see a little bit better. You can see there, right? Okay, good. So my mom laughs at me. She calls me a villager when I do this, but I tell her, you know what? This is how my grandmother taught me. So you take the lemon, and I take a fork. No lemon presses or anything like that. Just cut the lemon like this. You need 5 lemons. And you basically just squeeze the daylights out of the lemon till you get all the juice out. And I mean, I throw the pits away, but basically this is it. So you just squeeze the daylights out of the lemon. And this, I find, my grandmother taught me this. You get all the juice out this way because, I don't know, it just works better than a press. I know my mother's probably killing herself laughing as she watches this video because she thinks I'm a villager every time I do this, but that's okay. So you let this boil. Once the potatoes soften, which they should be softening now, like, I mean, make sure they're tender to the fork. Once the potatoes are tender to the fork, add in your pasta, and then once that boils, at the very, very end, you squeeze in your 5 lemons, stir it around, let it like cook for like a minute or two, and that is it. You're done. That's the soup. Okay, guys, that is the end of my video. Give this video a big thumbs up, like, comment, and share. I hope you enjoyed this video. Welcome to my kitchen. Thank you, Denise, for hosting this collab. It was a lot of fun, totally out of my comfort zone. I've never, ever, ever cooked on film. So if the editing is not the best, guys, you're going to have to forgive me, okay? First time out trying to do this, but I really wanted to participate. And as you can tell, my makeup is completely off. I am going to go finish the soup and enjoy a big bowl of it. Make myself a tea, go sit on the couch over there and watch Christmas movies because it is November. Okay, anyways, that is the end of the video. Give it a big thumbs up, like, comment, and share, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, YouTube.